Guys, what's up? A lot of you have been asking me, Sharoon, how did you learn Korean? And for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Sharoon and I actually graduated from one of the universities here in Seoul, South Korea, and I do a lot of street interviews, and often I get these comments where, how the hell did you learn Korean that well? Now, in this video, I won't be giving you tips and strategies about how to improve your Korean because there are tons of videos out there that you can check out, and those videos are amazing. But in this video, I'll be telling you about what you should not do if you are planning to come to Korea and learn Korean. Are you ready? Don't number one. Do not make friends who can speak English. Now, why do I say that? See, when you will come to Korea, you are taking your language course level 1, and you will see in your class you will have people from different parts of the world. Now, some of them can speak English and some cannot speak English at all. So what they do is either they speak their own language or they are forced to speak Korean because they have no other means to communicate. Now, you might see that there are people who will try to find who can speak English, and they become friends and they start hanging out together, they have breaks together, they eat lunch together, they hang out on weekends together, and they become in their comfort zone. Now they don't have to push themselves to learn Korean at all. What they do is they always speak English whenever they hang out. The only time they learn Korean or speak Korean is the lesson time, which doesn't really matter because I know people who went to the top universities, they stayed in Korea for 3, 4, 5 years, they still cannot speak Korean. The reason is because they always hang out with people who can speak English, so they are not actually practicing their Korean at all. So when you come to Korean language program here in Korea, it doesn't matter what university, try to find people who cannot speak English, so you have to force yourself to learn Korean language and speak Korean. That will help you improve your Korean because you are coming out of your comfort zone and you're pushing your limits to learn Korean language. Honestly, I know a lot of people who came to Korea from non-English speaking countries, and they came to Korea and they stayed here, they studied Korean for 3, 4, 5 years, and before leaving, this is what they said: oh, my English got better coming to Korea. What? They were supposed to say, I improved my Korean, not English, but the reason is because they were always hanging out with people who were speaking English, and that's why they improved their English rather than improving their Korean language. So please, if you come to Korea for the language program, try your level best to hang out with people who do not speak English so that you have to force yourself, push your limits, and improve your Korean language. Don't number 2. Do not just try to improve your speaking skill, but also your writing and your reading comprehension at the same time. Now, you might say, really, Sharoon, I don't really need to improve my writing and my reading skills because I'm here for a short while and I just want to improve my speaking or conversational skills. Now, which is all right, but I tell you honestly, if you are planning to come to Korea and, have some little bit of experience of working here, and you never know, maybe you just came here for a time being, but then you got interested in the country and you want to stay here for a while. And trust me, I know a lot of people who came here for like 6 months or a year, they stayed here for 7, 8 years, they got married, now they have kids here as well. So you never know. So try to improve your reading skills, your writing skills, and your speaking skills, of course, at the same time. Why do I say that? It's very important because especially when you're trying to find a job, that's where it's gonna be so important. Because see, most of the foreigners here in Korea, they try to apply jobs on websites that are in English. So what happens is, there's so many foreigners applying for this job that you are also applying for, and you are not special at all. But imagine if there's a website that is in Korean and all the Koreans are trying to apply for this job, but then you, a foreigner, come there and apply for the same job in Korean language, you stand out. You become special because then you are coming from a different country, you have exposure of different country, of Korea, and you can speak your language, English, or a little bit maybe, and Korean as well. So you are special. You have more chances to get that job. At the same time, you'll see most of the information, the flow of information is in Korean language. So imagine if you can read, if you can write emails, you have more chances, you can find more opportunities. Even like part-time jobs, you'll see like when you're walking on the street, there are numbers, there are like advertisements about different kind of jobs, like part-time jobs. You're walking around, you're like, oh man, oh, there's a job. Why? Because you can read it. But your friend who can speak very fluent English, but he cannot read or write, he can't get it. But you got it because you can read, you can speak, and you can also write. So please, do not just focus on your conversational skill, but also your reading and writing skills simultaneously. Don't number 3. Do not stay at the beginner's level for too long. The reason why I say that is because if you're comfortable with the beginner's level, what happens is you sometimes develop these bad habits of speaking Korean in your own way. For example, you always translate from English to Korean language because the sentence structure of English and Korean is very different, right? So if you always make this habit of translating from English to Korean language, you will have this habit of speaking that way. So even you know the grammar rule, if you take tests, you're perfect in that, but your speaking is gonna suck. Why? Because you have this habit. You've developed this habit. This happened to me. I developed these bad habits of like speaking Korean in a certain way, and teacher always told me like, Sharoon, your tests are amazing, but you always speak the wrong way. Why do you do that? The problem was I knew the rule. The problem was it was my habit. So try to push your limits, like move from the beginner stage to the intermediate level as soon as possible so that you don't develop these bad habits, and that's gonna kill your Korean language skills. So please don't stay at the beginner's level for too long. So guys, I hope these 3 don'ts were helpful to you one way or the other. I really wish if I knew them before, it would have really helped me. But anyways, let me know if you have further questions about learning Korean language in the comments section below, and please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, smile. Peace.